Please destroy the enemy. Just breathe. Take your mark. Fight for the power. Stand your ground, don't let it go. Fight for the power. Can't be scared when you're in the dark. You should never let the fear make you run away. Fire still burning for another day. Fight for the power. I get the one.
Pushes it in.
Oh, he's got another one! He's got another one!
Oh, wow.
As that ball bounces across the middle, he is onside.
Strong last 4 minutes of the first half. Pause.
Let's go. Hey, when we get the ball back, punish them.
Now place your bets, I'm feeling. Your choice, your fall, your prison. Make no mistake, I'm different. Made from the cloth of 1,000 giants. I live a little danger.
In traffic with the and one. Going right, passing left. There's a touchdown pass to Strickland.
Raise your flag or even the score. Take your shot, ready for more. Surrender, there is no other choice. Set my soul free, now. Light it up on fire. Bet on me, I got you. Pick a number.
Castle with a block downfield. Breaks the tackle, stiff arm.
Hope wins! An unbelievable comeback by the Dutch.
He turns that charm off.
Good evening and welcome to DeVos Fieldhouse. Matt Wayner, Mike Coleman here live for some Glenn Van Wieren Classic action here at DeVos. Mike, no place I would rather be than on this call here for 2 tonight and a couple tomorrow. And what a great weekend we have ahead of us here at DeVos.
Yeah, really nice. Glad to have everybody along on this Friday. We've got games tomorrow and the second annual Glenn Van Wieren Classic. Matt, we're going to get to that in just a bit. But this is a great test. You've got 4 teams, 2 from the NCAA. Olivet, we will not see them this weekend, but we got number 4 ranked Wash U. Taking on Hope later. And we also have the Muskingum Muskies out of the OAC Conference, and they are 10-1, and it's a really good collective of great talent. And I'm excited to see not only Olivet for some pre-scouting, but Wash U and the Muskies as well.
Yeah, I am too, but Mike, I mean, to bury the lead here, I had to look up what a muskie was, did you?
Well, I've caught one, so
okay.
yeah. They're much larger than a bluegill and smaller than a tarpon.
but this team, this Muskingum team, they're 10-1 in the OAC Ohio Athletic Conference. The one loss, number 9 Mount Union by 3, and you and I were just talking about that game. Mount Union is a fantastic team. And I think what we're going to see from Muskingum here in this early test, they're going to have Hope and they're going to have Olivet, 2 MIAA teams, but they can score it, man. I mean, they got 4 guys in double digits. They're putting up 83 points per game, and I think they're the kind of team that they want to get up and they want to stay up. So if they can get an early 10-point lead on Olivet, it might be lights out for them.
Well, they shoot the ball very well, and they're fast-paced. You said they average almost 84 a game, and they're very guard-heavy. What that tells me, Matt Wayner, is the fact that they like to push the pace. But then, like you said about Olivet, Olivet can't afford to get down, but they've got some weapons. They've had some potential on offense. They got a young team led by a couple of top-end juniors and a good freshman. But I'm not sure they're as disciplined on defense, to your point, to be able to come back from a big deficit.
Completely agree. On the other side of the ball, I mean, Olivet, obviously coached by Sam Hargraves. You just had a chance to talk to him for a little bit. He's done a fantastic job in the MIAA for the last 10 years, whether it was here or Alma. And with what he's got this year, I mean, he's bringing back his 3 best players in Skipper, Freshman, and of course Nate Richardson. And I think Nate Richardson's going to going to be an all-MIAA player when it's all said and done. Then you add a three-point shooter in Schenker as a freshman, and you got a team that at 2-7, some of those losses are against some really good teams. So I think they are the favorite to play spoiler all-MIAA. Whether you're Hope, Trine, or Calvin, that is not an easy game to win, especially in that really small field house in Olivet, Michigan, is a hard place to play.
Well, it really is, but here's what I like about Olivet. They lost in the semifinals to Calvin in the MIAA tournament. It was Sam Hargrave's best finish now in his 7th season. He was in 11-16 overall. They finished 4th in the conference. And then you look at their 2-7 record coming in, but they played some nasty teams. A couple of D2 teams. They played Central Michigan. So this is a team that is battle tested, and coming off that momentum from last year, I think Sam Hargraves and company is in a really good position with this young team to mold them. Now, they're going to be unpredictable. They could ruin a lot of people's seasons, but right now, with the MIAA coming up, they just want to finish strong before conference play starts next week.
I totally agree. And I mean, so it's kind of two teams on different ends of the spectrum. You would look and it would be like, hey, one's 2-7, the other's 10-1. But I think Muskingum kind of hasn't had that great challenge. You know, if you looked at the D3Hoops.com standings, they've been just outside that top 25 really all year. And Mount Union been a top 10 team all year. But, you know, it feels like kind of a two-team race in the OAC. And I think we're going to see them come out and shoot it really well. And I'm especially excited for tomorrow, and I'm excited to kind of get to know a little bit about Hope and WashU as well, with WashU being such a storied program.
Yeah, the last time I saw WashU was back in 2017 in the second round of the NCAA tournament. Hope beat number 9 WashU that year, but we'll get to that as we've got a broadcast doubleheader today, Matthew.
Yeah, and want to take a chance also to shout out, you know, this is the Glenn Van Wieren Classic. If you're listening in, whether from Olivet, whether from Ohio, or St. Louis, or if you're just a local Holland, Glenn Van Wieren, coach at Hope College for many years, and we'll talk about him a little bit more in the pregame for the next game, but amazing coach and an amazing man, and can't say enough about the legacy that he's had here and why we name it Glenn Van Wieren Court after him. For him being a big reason that DeVos Fieldhouse was built, and a big reason to build the kind of prowess and program that Hope has been for years, and just his character is something you could talk about on and on.
You know, to your point, I was talking with Dave Hilliard, one of the assistant coaches for Muskingum, and he was telling me what a beautiful field house this was, because they've never been here before.
Yeah.
And I said, Dave, we hear that a lot, and we are so proud of this, due in part to guys like Glenn Van Wieren, Russ DeVette, and all the good people that have contributed, the DeVos family, to make this such a premier event center for basketball and volleyball. We're very fortunate. We're grateful to have this, and we like sharing it. Well, here's the national anthem by Darren Dystermars. He's going to be the PA as well. He's what they call a 5-tool player in baseball. So he's going to sing the national anthem. We'll keep it here, but we will listen to Darren.
And it was Sam Hargraves that said, if he's not the one doing it, then who is?
Yeah, Coach for Olivet wanted to hear this.
Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the DeVos Fieldhouse here on the campus of Hope College for game number 1 of the Glen Van Wieren Classic. Tonight's featured teams include the Comets of the University of Olivet and the Muskingum University Fighting Muskies. Here are tonight's starting lineups. First for the Comets at 1 forward, a 6'5" sophomore from Grand Rapids, number 12, Porter Kretschmann. And at 1 forward for the Fighting Muskies, a 6'4" junior from New Concord, Ohio, number 4, Nathan Walker. At 1 forward for the Comets, a 6'7" junior from Farmington Hills, number 40, Lee Hardy. And at 1 forward for the Fighting Muskies, a 6'2" freshman from Malvern, Ohio, number 11, J. Allen Barino. Starting at center for the Comets, a 6'10" junior from Holland, number 50, Connor Skipper. And at center for the Muskies, a 6'5" junior from Dover, Ohio, number 24, Brett DeVault. At 1 guard for the Comets, a 6'2" freshman from Willoughby, Ohio, number 11, Sean Schenker. And at 1 guard for the Muskies, a 6' senior from Groveport, Ohio, number 2, Dwayne Davis. And at the final guard spot for the Comets, a 6'1" junior from Flint, number 23, Nathan Richardson. And at the final guard spot for the Muskies, a 6'1" junior from Warsaw, Indiana, number 35, Owen Emeg. The University of Olivet is coached by Sam Hargraves. Muskingum University is coached by Nathan Wally. Your officials this evening, Chris Dupre, Michael Bry, and Corey Smith.
And that's our starting lineups for the first of 2 games tonight. We've got Muskingum at 10-1 under 4th-year head coach Nathan Wally taking on 7-year head coach Sam Hargraves. Hard to believe he's been with Olivet 7 years. And Olivet 2-7. They've lost 5 straight. But Matt, fairly young starting lineups. Muskingum with 1 senior, 3 juniors, and a freshman. Olivet will counter with 3 juniors, a sophomore, and a freshman in the starting roles.
And like you talked about in the pregame, Mike, I mean, look how guard heavy Muskingum is. Not a lot of height. I mean, Skipper is 6 inches taller than DeVault just to get that tip, and it's in possession here with Olivet.
And leading the way is Nathan Richardson, the junior, averaging almost 15 a game. He's lightning quick. Marcus Warman quick to relate if you're a Hope College fan. Inside to Skipper, the Zeeland East product, 12 to shoot. Mid-post, far side, Skipper being disrupted, a reach-in by Brett DeVault, giving away about 3 inches. The junior out of Dover, Ohio, and that'll be a Muskie foul.
Expect that to be pretty early as that, you know, let's get it down to Skipper. Let's see if he can kick out or have a move to the basket. He's got really good touch to the basket. Muskingum just doesn't really have the height to stay with him, so I imagine that's a big part of the offensive plan.
And I think that's something that maybe Olivet can attack. 3 ball on the way, and that's what Olivet does very well, is a drop-down 3 by Porter Kretschmann just up the road in Coopersville. From Coopersville, 3-0 Olivet.
I think that was Schenker on that one.
Was it Schenker? Okay,
yeah,
thank you.
Schenker, the freshman we were talking about, Mike, 56 threes so far this year that he's attempted. He shoots 6 a game, and I think he's going to be well on his way because that's a big part of what they want to do.
Indeed, it was Schenker as Muskingum working at low post. Olivet forces Muskingum to throw it over the mid-court line. Turnover over and back. It'll be Olivet defense setting up, hopefully, the offense.
Yeah, and that's a good sign for them here early. If they're going to disrupt those shooters, I mean, Olivet, you got to think, wants to use their size.
I would think you would have to. We talked about the 3-point prowess of Skipper. That wasn't a 3-point effort, but he's really improved his outside shot. That one skips off. Quickly come the Muskies, averaging almost 84 points a game. That's in the top 10% in the nation out of 400 teams. Olivet looks like they're playing with a loose man. Kick out, drive. Ewing inside, double clutch, rejected by Skipper. Olivet comes away with the basketball.
Yeah, see that loose man, Mike, and I think they just want to get Skipper maybe in some drop coverage as well as Hardy, kind of force their hand to not give up that easy 3-pointer, but kind of force Muskingum to have to drive and go down to the trees.
Pass down low, reverse layup off the mark. Missing the bunny is Kretschmann. He had a good look on the reverse layup, coming away empty. Streaking in the lane, Euro razzled, couldn't get the dazzle. Cleared by the Comets. Muskies looking for their first basket. We've played 2 minutes here at Hope. Glad to have you along. Muskegon fans, Olivet fans, basketball fans. Plenty to shoot. Baseline, Richardson, step back from 15. Too strong. Tip in by the big man.
Nice. I mean, he just uses height and size. I mean, I love the way Skipper's able to have such good body control for how big he is. I mean, he's all but 6'9", 6'10", and he's got a lot of control down there.
The big guys in basketball these days are so agile. They can shoot, they can dribble, they can penetrate. Not like the old days.
It's a little bit more of a zone look. It looks like they just got in.
Yeah,
Olivet forcing things.
It's kind of disguised as a really loose man. Open look, 3-ball on the way, and that one is pure money. Owen Emig, the junior out of Warsaw, Ohio, knocking down the tray. Boy, he's a 43% three-point shooter in his last 6 games, Matthew, so Olivet's going to have to get a hand in his grill.
Yeah, you can't let him get going. That's
Skipper.
for sure.
Kretschmann, he'll try a 3. That one off side iron. Good box out. This is a good rebounding Muskingum team. They have a 5-rebound advantage, and they can box out nicely.
Yeah, I think you have to when you're at the height that they are. But, you know, I'd love to see what Olivet send a few more guys down there for rebounds. You know, force them to have to box you out every time. So they send in a sub here for Freshman and Richardson.
Michael Kello comes in as well. I'm sorry, Lee Hardy, the junior out of Farmington Hills, Michigan. And number 1, Levi Stambaugh, the freshman out of Mesa, Michigan, our home of sports information director Alan Babbitt. And Lee Hardy on cue with his first shot. Biggest lead of the day for Olivet, 7-3. Top side.
That is the sophomore Micah Kello in there now.
Oh, yes, he is.
Yeah.
Thank you, Matt. Another 3-ball on the way. Emig feeling it.
Yeah, keep shooting if you're Muskingum. I mean, that's a good-looking shot, and that's a quick release.
It is. No wasted motion. By the way, you said about Okello, he's the reigning MIAA Player of the Week. He had a 16-point performance in his last game. Almost stolen. And finally finishing off the steal on the run. Barino, layup. That's what Muskingum likes to do. They like to race. And coming up limping is Barino, excuse me. Did you see him land, Matt? I did not.
He just landed weird on his knee, but he's already got something on his knee. He might have tweaked it a little bit there.
He's got some physio tape that goes underneath his kneecap, so he might be battling something as Skipper misses a long range.
Don't love Skipper settling for that. I mean, early in shot clock 2, and Emig, nothing but nylon there.
Boy, he had nobody in front of him, and he used that nice release. Give him 9 points. And Muskingum with an 8-point run.
I mean, at this level, man, if you can score at that range, that's so impressive.
Stambaugh responds. Baseline jumper. Media timeout. Let's keep it right here, Matt. We'll set this thing up as we go. A little slow start for the Muskies, but we saw some instances where they got a chance to run, and then they relied on Emig with some really timely shooting.
Yeah, I mean, if it's Emig and anybody else right now, I mean, Emig's got 9. Those are 3 3-pointers, but, I mean, their offense just moves so fluidly. It's like everybody's ready to shoot at all times, and that's a little bit different than, you know, you and I call so many Hope College games, and Hope slows things down, sets up offenses, makes sure everything is running some sort of play. And I mean, the Muskies just run with so much rhythm that everybody looks ready to shoot at all times. And on the other end, I mean, when we're looking at what Olivet's trying to do defensively, they just look slow in rotations right now.
And we saw that with some Hope games that we talked about too, that Hope is getting beat with the rotation on the defense, and that's something that Olivet's going to have to address, because a guy like Emig, he's averaging 18 a game. 18 in college is a lot of points.
Right.
And he's a perennial double-figure scorer, so you've got to disrupt him. Just at least get a hand up, because he's had 2 wide-open threes of the 3 he's made. And what's interesting is Dwayne Davis, their leading scorer, has not attempted a field goal for the Muskies yet today.
I know, and it's good. I was just looking at that. I mean, he's 20 points a game. Emig is 18, and then you throw in Barino. I love what Barino can do, too. I mean, he's little, but he's just a freshman, but he's really confident, and he was able to get that nice steal from Kretschmann able to take it all the way for an easy 2. But I think they just had to take him out. He was the one that was a little bit banged up. So they took Marino out. We'll see if we can get those subs in. One of them is Roman Crosby, the freshman, just came in.
And I hope that's just a short respite for Barino. He's been one of the bright spots on this team, the freshman averaging 11 points. Originally committed to Marietta, which has a great basketball program in Southern Ohio. Now topside is Crosby, 6'5" freshman. Not a big roster as far as height, Matt, for Muskingum. They rely on that small guard play.
Yeah, absolutely. There's Emick, late shot clock. Rebound there by Kreshman. But yeah, like you said, I mean, that's what I think everybody's trying to figure out what they want to settle into right now is Muskingum just wants to use their speed a little bit more to get by Olivet, force them to be late. There's Okello for a nice 2-pointer.
Yeah, he fills up a lot of space. He's that transfer from Kalamazoo Valley Community College, and he's been a nice addition. He's one of those low post scorers. He doesn't shoot much out 5 or 6 feet, but he's such a big body, especially in the MIAA. Crosby swings it around.
And like we've talked about with this Olivet team, I mean, at just 2 and 7, they're going to force the turnover there. And Olivet, I mean, their interest is playing spoiler, and I just love when I see this team play when it's Richardson, Kreshman, and Skipper leading things. Like, they're really unafraid of any team.
No, we've seen Richardson for 3 years now. He was a super freshman. Nice block down low. Crosby got a ball, but I think he got a piece of things, and Olivet will go to the line. And Olivet is not a team that goes to the free throw line a lot. That is one of the bugaboos. They are 4th from last in the nation out of 405 teams in free throw attempts, and those are always bonus to me. Free throw is up by Richardson. First one is good. 66% from the line for Olivet on the season. Not a great number. It's good they don't shoot a lot of free throws.
Now looks like sub in there for Olivet is Sam Howard, the sophomore from Plymouth.
Yep, Detroit Catholic Central, 6'3" sophomore.
Sets up that 3-point try, can't get it to go.
Too much mustard.
I mean, like you said, Mike, I mean, about this Olivet team, I mean, you see it so much with the Hargraves teams, how unafraid they are, but he gets his guys to play so loose, you know. The guys that have played for Hargraves, all I can hear is, I just love playing for him.
Yeah, he's got an infectious personality. He is intense without being overbearing, and he is just such a great hire. And he just goes about his business in the MIAA. 3-ball on the way, skirts off, weak side rebound. He's got a lot of respect in the coaching realm, that's for sure. Step back Richardson, you betcha.
It's a nice looking shot. Love to see Nate get going. Olivet here with a 4-point lead,
and an 8-point run after a 7-point run by Muskingum. It's a game of runs, isn't it, Matt?
It is every game at all levels. So we'll see
hitting the deck. That's Cisse. Who are they going to get that on, Matthew? I did not see.
They got that on, looks like that's on Holbert. Tanner Holbert. He comes out, a few subs come back in. That's those starters.
Oh, actually,
DeVault.
Sorry, Matt, that was on Okello. It was an Olivet foul. So, yep, you bet. Baseline. And the kick out. Emig, can he do it again? He sure can. That is a D1 stroke.
Yeah. It's a quick release too, man. I mean, that's an AAU shot, and what I mean by that is they teach you like you're in a factory when you're playing AAU all the way growing up. They teach it the same way, and that same repetition, it just looks so pretty coming out of his hand.
It really does. He started off slow from three-point land. He shoots 36% on the year. When he's averaged 46% the last 6 games from 3, you know that he's really heated things up. And he's a volume shooter. He's their most three-point attempts of anybody on the team. We got a good one cooking in the first of 2.
Nice take. Wow. Mike, that was really good. That's Towns for Muskingum. if we can see that on replay, he just did a nice hesitation on the defender, got him one way, worked his way through, and then able to get the foul as he went up for the basket. I love that take.
Went up strong into the land of the Giants, just 5'9", but this young man out of Columbus, Ohio, 5'9" sophomore, one of the really good guards for head coach Nathan Walling in his 4th season. How about this program, Matthew? Their best start in 18 years, and they were a 1-win team in Wally's 1st year. Oh, Akello maybe got away with a forearm shiver on that one.
Wally's looking for the foul big time there. Extended his hand.
He is not terribly happy, is he? 17-16. Olivet with the lead, but coughs it up. Or I checked that. Muskingum coughs it up, and Commons will work the offense.
That was Richardson again. Defense turning to offense. Love his motor.
Yeah, he's got the motor. He's got the juice for sure. Richardson trying to set up Skipper, but now he's going to wheel off the big man on the screen. 11 to shoot. Turnaround.
Go to work, Skip.
Oh, big time move. Couldn't finish. Follow through. Okello, money on the putback.
That's good stuff there. You can see Coach Wally looking to call timeout soon here. See if they can work things over, because Muskingum's getting crushed on the defensive end.
Look at that back 3 defensively for Olivet. Those are 3 big men in that 2-3. You got Hardy, Okello, and Skipper goes at least 6'9".
I think that's where they're going to find the advantage, because you got your 2 best scoring guards in there as well, and Schenker and Richardson.
Yeah, and you've got Phil Towns at 5'9", trying to guard Okello for Olivet at 6'8", and Towns, no choice, but with a reach-in foul. Timeout. Let's take a quick timeout. We'll be back. 19-16, 11:06 to play here on the Anchor Network. Olivet with the early lead.
Some call it naive, others call it foolish, but hope has never been silenced by doubt. Hope is the unquiet heart, stirring, pounding, driving us towards something greater. It leans into what's wrong and lifts up what's right. It teaches, learns, discovers, imagines what could be, and brings it to life. Hope has to start somewhere. Why not here? Why not now? Why not us? The daring ones. Those who provoke possible, trigger curiosity, and incite joy. For us, hope is more than a word. It's a force, and we are its humble ambassadors. From the beginning to now, we don't just believe in hope, we dare to live it. Hope College. Dare to hope.
Back here on the Anchor Network, 19-16. That's the Olivet lead, Mike. And how about so far? Emick, 12 of 16 points coming from him, and both of these teams, they're shooting the lights out right now. I mean, you got the Muskies shooting, is that 50%? I'm sorry, 66% from 3, 4 of 6, and Olivet not bad, 3 of 6 from deep. But I mean, these teams, I love what Olivet is doing so far.
Yeah, they're hanging tough. They're limiting the ability of Muskingum to run, and nice swish of the net as the freshman, the rainbow triple.
How about that? I mean,
Schenker.
That reminds me of, I don't know if you remember a few weeks ago, there's a big Avery Sanchez hope 3 that's just right in his face. It's a Schenker steal, up for 2, yeah.
Good looking ball player. How about that? Out of Willoughby, Ohio, Villa Angela St. Joseph High School. Nice score for Sam Hargraves.
Man, he can play.
And responding on the other end is a Crosby, the freshman out of Columbus, Walnut Ridge High School, with the answer, but Olivet up by a half dozen. Approaching the halfway mark. Richardson shaking and baking. Hook pass underneath to Okello. Beautiful play.
And you can see that from the coaching staff talking about that all the way. Okello just follows. He stays with it, stays with it, stays with it. And Richardson's so patient there to get that ball to him.
And Okello leapt up, caught the ball in motion. Now we got a backcourt foul. Looks like Schenker, can't fault the effort going after the loose ball, is going to get pegged for a personal. For Olivet, that is their 3rd personal foul. Muskingum has 3. 7 will get you in the bonus. Okello out.
I'm laughing seeing Coach Hargrave so happy as he shakes Okello's hand. He said, "That's what I'm talking about."
That was a pretty play. He had the play drawn up, but he was standing just to our left, and pretty happy the way that panned out. Here come the Muskies. Left elbow. Davis, first shot of the day, no good. Tip and try, good effort.
Olivet too big. They're just crushing the rebounds.
They are. Three ball on the way, too strong. Tough battle for the rebound and coming away. Good pull down by Walker, the junior. And quickly come the Muskies on the other end. As Cisse will set the offense. Davis streaking in traffic. Nowhere to go, tipped away, 15 to shoot. Olivet showing some spirited defense.
Yeah, the size is really overwhelming Muskingum right now.
And they're clogging the middle. Muskingum really can't get much push in, and a foul in the backcourt. They're reaching on Davis.
They're kind of just, it looks like offensively Muskingum's just forced to settle with whatever best three-point try they have, because any attempt they have to get it down there, they just have, if Olivet's going to keep playing three bigs, and right now they took one of them out, but they're using Hardy and Skipper down there like trees in the middle.
They really are.
Trying to disrupt every pass.
And it's been effective. It's been pretty much one and done, too, for the Muskies in shot attempts. Schenker splits the D. Might have got away with a travel. Mid post. Hardy, double team disruption. Good kick out. Two ball skirts off, and the rebound by Kretschmann up strong with the left hand. How about that leaner using the window?
Love that. Local product here, Coopersville guy. Love the way he uses his left hand. He came in here last year double digits, and he had a few three-pointers. I remember thinking for him as a freshman, you can see how his profile is turning out as an offensive player.
You bet. Good turnaround. Banging one home as Walker with the baby hook.
I think Wally's going to have to he's going to have to use Walker a little bit more down, as well as Brett DeVault down there for rebounds. I mean, that's the most size that they have. There's a steal there.
Davis steals it like a cat burglar, and he gets his first basket of the game, set up primarily by steal and score.
Did not think he was going to slam that one home, Mike.
I had my doubts as well, but the high percentage slamma-jamma. 8-point lead for Olivet, just down to 6 as they feed the big. Hardy and one, taking advantage. Now you saw Walker on Hardy, Matt. He's got the physique to match up, if not the height, but just too much Hardy.
Yeah, I mean, Hardy sealed him off completely. That's exactly what you think. They gamble on the other side. I don't know if that was Davis or DeVault on the other side trying to steal that in pass. But when that's unsuccessful and he's able to get the pass, he had him sealed off for an easy two. Then you can't gamble anymore and take that foul.
So we'll keep it right here. Matt, you want to explain to the folks about the Glen Van Wieren Classic while we have a minute?
Yeah, of course. You know, the Glen Van Wieren Classic in honor of, Glen Van Wieren playing here at Hope College for, I'm sorry, not playing. He was a player back in the day.
Yes, he was.
He's been a coach here for many years, and retired. I believe that was 2006, 2007. I got to go back and look at my notes when I can pull it up. But, I mean, so many Hope teams were able to win the MIAA, so many Hope teams that made the NCAA tournament. He was a fantastic recruiter, fantastic man, and this is a way to honor him. Last year he was able to come on the broadcast this weekend when I was on here.
Is that right?
Yeah, so he was able to come on and talk a little bit about, what this weekend means to him, but just the legacy he wants to leave at Hope as well. And he's a really humble guy. I told you in the pregame, I ran into him at the movie theater a couple years ago, and I love the story of seeing him, and I was like, hey, I'm Matt. It's great to meet you. You're a legend at Hope College. And all he wanted to know is all about me, and he wanted to know about my family. He wanted to know about my time at Hope. And I was like, you're a legend, but everything about him is so humble and so, he's a God-fearing man and somebody that really wants to pay his respects to other people, and it's something I really respect about him.
Yeah, that's a great story. And we are reminded every time we call a game here, Van Wieren with the name on the court along with Russ DeVette. Offensive rebound on the miss by Cisse. We got a tie-up, and that's going the other way.
Muskingum does not like that call.
No.
something with travel. They thought the ball was up in the air. That's what it looked like, and they're going to get a travel call.
Biggest lead of the night, 8 points, been twice by Olivet. They have taken command of this game, shooting 54%, even though Muskies are shooting 60%. 3 ball, yes, sir! Sam Howard.
Do your job, young man. I mean, coming off the bench and be ready to shoot. I love that.
We're going to see Olivet within the next 2 weeks, Matt Wayner. Actually, that'll be at Olivet. We'll see him later in the season. But Hope College will face Olivet in the second game of the NCAA season. Is connecting on the near side. A much-needed basket by Terrell Darden, the sophomore out of Fraserburg, Ohio, from Muskingum. Stemming the bleeding, but a 9-point lead for the Olivet Comets. Nice look by Richardson. Howard once again. Smooth as silk for an Olivet team. 46 out of 405 teams in Division III. First in the MIAA, 37% from the long line. They're hitting some shots.
And up 12 now, Mike. We'll try and keep them updated. It looks like the online stats are down, so we'll try and keep them updated here at DeVos. But, I mean, looks like the Muskies have kind of just been stagnant here, and even after the timeouts, they're just kind of really struggling on the offensive side of the ball, be able to move it, be able to create opportunities. It's kind of forced Davis into this role where he's got to create everything on the drive, cutting, knifing through people, and those passing lanes are completely disrupted. But I don't expect Olivet to stay this hot all game, Mike, but for right now, if they can get out to a lead and head into halftime and up double digits, you've got to feel pretty good.
Absolutely true. Well, Olivet has used a 21-8 run since leading 16-15. And we do apologize, like Matt said, about the stats being down at the moment. Hopefully we'll have some numbers by halftime. 6:40 left with Matt Wayner. I'm Mike Coleman, first of 2. We'll see number 4 Wash U out of St. Louis take on Hope College in game 2 of this first night of action. Good look inside, rejected. Kretschmann. Skip pass down low.
Wow.
Backhand save. 3-ball! Santa Maria!
Call ESPN on that one. Behind the back.
That's a behind the back save, as they say, and assist. Oh, man.
And I love the way Schenker plays, dude.
Just a freshman.
He is undersized, and it doesn't matter because he plays about 6'5" out there.
And Schenker gets a much-needed rest. Back in the game is a Stambaugh. Freshman for freshman. How about that? You rotate 2 newbies and not skipping a beat. Kick pass in the corner.
Hit a 3 in the first half, too.
Yes, he did. Missing everything on the 3-ball effort is Oster, 6'6" freshman, North Canton, Ohio product. Shades of where Harrison Blackledge hailed from a few years ago, if you remember your Hope College basketball history. Yes, we are the Hope College broadcasters. Richardson, downtown, skims out. Skipper, fresh life for the Comets with 5:39 to play in the first.
Killing him on the glass, Mike.
And Richardson wide open. And a big look down low. Good feed, good finish, and Muskingum just caught napping on defense.
Mike, get middle, Mike, get middle.
Traffic. Davis to Walker. Good look, no go. They're getting some good opportunities from deep, but just nothing down low.
They are, but a credit to Olivet right now because they're making those really hard, making them make one more pass than they want to. Because you can see early, Mike, what Muskingum does really well when they don't have a lot of pressure is it's one pass, one look, they're able to make things happen. And look at this, Olivet's up 19.
And not helping the matter, you got big to big on that feed by Olivet at the last basket. The bigs play D, they can move the basketball, and they can facilitate. Timeout on the court. Olivet running away early with 5 minutes left in the first.
Holland BPW is proud to support Hope Athletics and commitment to energy efficiency. It's easy for Holland BPW electric customers to get started with Home Energy 101 at hollandenergyfund.com. With Home Energy 101, learn the best ways to maximize efficiency and save on your utility bills. You also get a kit of energy-saving supplies valued at up to $300. Get started at hollandenergyfund.com today.
Hello, and welcome to Hope College. Hope, we believe in the power of a broad liberal arts education where learning is not confined to the classroom. Our students get plenty of personal attention and can participate in many creative activities. At Hope, learning doesn't just prepare you for a degree, it prepares you for life.
Our academics lay the foundation.
Back to live action. At the 12:30 mark, it was a 1-point lead by Muskingum, and we're at the 5-minute mark. And since then, Olivet has gone on a 28-8 run.
Another skipper steal, and here's Richardson doing everything they want, Mike.
Everything on both ends of the floor, disrupting down low. Active hands in the passing lane.
They're playing like a team that's got nothing to lose.
Inside look, and we've got traffic and contact. Is good to see J. Allen Barino, the freshman, back in the game. He went out with looked to be a little knee issue.
Yeah, I think he got that wrapped up a little bit down there too.
Yes, he did.
Retaped it. Looks like keeping some pressure on that knee.
We got some substitutions for Olivet, and a young freshman forward we haven't seen today, Alex Janice.
The ball game, Alex Janice, brother of Colin Janice. He's junior pitcher here, left-handed starting pitcher for Hope College. Somebody I've gotten to know pretty well here. Really good left-handed arm.
You are connected to the baseball program for sure. Stambaugh, Rainbow, too strong. That one skips out of bounds. Other subs as well. Lee Hardy back in the game. Richardson will get a much-needed break. He's had a whale of the last 7-8 minutes on this run as he gets his first rest of the day, I believe.
Man, Richardson's game is awesome. I mean, I love to see that. And here's a little bit of full-court pressure. Just forces the ill-advised pass by Muskingum.
Yeah, turnover. And a smaller lineup forcing that pressure, three-quarter court press. Hardy. Nice kick out. Stambaugh, a beautiful play. Hardy double teamed. A man open top side and Muskingum couldn't rebound in time.
Man, Olivet is shooting the lights out, Mike.
That's the million-dollar question. Our stat log is stuck at the 13-minute mark. We do not know how these teams are shooting. We'll try and get it rectified. Emig back in the game has been the only bright spot for Muskingum. Good look inside. Janice with the finish and another feed down low by a big. 50-24. I don't think folks expected this, Matt, at all.
No, I did not. I mean, we didn't have a live line on the game, Mike, but I can tell you that the 2-7 Olivet Comets, we're not going to be favored early in this one.
And a good look down low by Duvall. Just couldn't get it to go as it bangs off the rim.
And it's the way they're doing it, too, Mike. I mean, this hasn't been the Olivet identity to be this good defensively. I mean, just forcing passing lanes, using their size so well.
Agreed. It's a team that's given up 83 points a game the last two. Emig, nothing but the swish of the net, and he's got 15.
And that's Muskingum's way back in this game. Yep. I mean, it's going to have to be, they're going to have to get a stop and set up a really quick three-pointer.
Emig, season high 24 points. He's been in the 20-point land a few times this year. And another three ball. My goodness, 53-27.
Stambaugh's got 3 threes in this game.
It's been a nice addition off the bench. Tip away, Schenker thought he got a clean pick, but no sir, with 2:13 left. For Schenker, that'll be his second foul and the 5th team foul.
That is his second, team's 5th.
It's a fun team to watch. Time on the court. We'll take a quick timeout. We're owed our valuable donors for this. We'll be right back. Olivet up big with 2 and change to play.
For success, but it's our student life that truly brings the college experience to the next level, offering countless ways to get involved outside of the classroom. Our residential halls offer a strong community with residential assistants here to support students throughout their years of college. Here in downtown Holland, a block away from campus, there are many coffee shops, restaurants, and stores. Holland State Park is a short drive away from campus and is a beautiful place for a sunset in all 4 seasons or a swim early in the school year.
Faith Life at Hope is unique in that it takes a fully invitational approach. Hope College as an institution is decidedly Christian, but invites students of all faith backgrounds to be a part of Faith Life. We hope to see you on campus soon. Bye.
Back here at the Boss Mike, 53-27. Olivet shooting about as well as they could right now, and really it doesn't matter the level of play. If you're playing Central Michigan like they did earlier, or you're playing Muskingum, if you're shooting this well, you're buying yourself a really good opportunity to win a game.
Jeez, I'll say they're coming off a season high 52% from the field and a loss to Rose-Hulman as Walker hits. But they, and that was on the 23rd, was Olivet's last game, but they missed 7 of their last 9 shots, so they're carrying that good shooting momentum into this one.
I will say there's a lot of time, and if there's anything we know about the history of some of these Olivet's teams, it's starting to make mistakes like that. And that's going to open up the opportunities for Muskingum. But if you're Olivet, just take care of the basketball, find easy shots, you're going to be just fine.
I agree. Olivet, a younger team per se, they average 15 turnovers a game, which can spell into some turnover points coming back against them. But you're right, they got to take care of the basketball. But they're doing things defensively, offensively, and they've kept Dwayne Davis literally out of this game offensively. Good look inside transition basket as Janice, the freshman, with his first basket of the game. 55 points in the first half for Olivet. $1:20 remaining. Inside is Cisse. Now he kicks it inside, back out to Walker. Good look. Reverse layup is good. Nice ball rotation by the Muskies.
Yeah, I mean, they've really helped Dwayne Davis at bay. He only has 4 points here in the first half. And he's 20 points a game from Muskingum otherwise.
Yeah, it's been really neutralized. He's been the difference. 55-32. Plenty to shoot. Stambaugh swings it around far side. Lob pass inside. Kretschmann with the lob and hammered by Walker. No choice. I like Hardy's game, the big man. He's a guy that I don't remember being such a good passer. He's a junior, right, but he's really opened up that part of his game.
He just keeps getting better. I remember last year kind of at times seeing him get lost on things defensively here and there, and he just keeps getting more and more comfortable with or without the basketball. And in this game, I mean, he seems really confident with the role that he has to play where, hey, I'm a big that's going to have the ball in my hands a lot. He's able to look. His eyes are up. His eyes are up. He's ready to pass. Just a little too strong.
Yeah, I mean, so that was a cross-court pass over the defense, but I liked what he did. He backed up mid-post, and then he hook passed it, just too much mustard. But that's good street vision by him. He'll get a breather. Skipper back in, big for big. Skipper and the 4 guards for the most part for Olivet. Commanding lead in the first half here.
A lot of fun, interesting lineups Coach Hargraves has put out there so far.
Some nice combinations as well. Hitting the deck hard is Cisse, the sophomore out of Blacklick, Ohio. You got a couple Columbus and Canton guys on this team, Matt, for Muskingum, but I love the roster. Small town, just ballers.
Right.
Turning around a program, a team that has not had much success.
Ohio, generally a place where there is pretty good high school basketball being played. Like you said, a lot of small town guys probably were leading scorers, 1,000-point scorers at their small high schools, and able to come. I mean, just so many guards here on this team that have a really nice bag on offense.
See, that was a nice move by Davis. Couldn't get it to drop as the heave at the buzzer. Well, that's one of the things about the first half. You take a 20-point score in Davis. We're tallying. We think he only has 4 points. You take half of that out of the first half. It could have been closer, but he's been neutralized. And Muskingum's just running into lightning in a bottle today with Olivet.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, I mean, I'm sure they're shooting, as we're trying to find the stats here, shooting well over 50% from three-point land so far in the first half. But it's a big key for them is how comfortable they're getting just like moving in and out of sets offensively. That's not the Olivet team I saw last year. The Olivet team I saw last year made more mistakes. They threw the ball away, and so far in the first half, they look really sure what they want to do.
Well, a lot of basketball left if you're a Muskie fan. 20 minutes of ball remaining. Common fans are digging this. And for Matt and I, we'll take a break. We'll be back. Hopefully we'll have some updated numbers as Olivet takes the lead into the locker room here at DeVos, 55-32. We'll be right back on the Anchor Network.
I am very excited about this building, and the big reason why is the opportunity it's going to bring. Growth in class sizes, classes offered, more opportunity for alumni to come into the department and have a space to talk with us.
What excites me most is the opportunity to connect between students, freshmen and sophomores, being able to connect with upperclassmen right out of the get-go.
It's also going to allow students to feel connected to a building. I feel like it's going to provide like a sense of this is where I study, this is where I am talking to alumni, talking to professionals, talking to accountants. This is the place where it all happens.
I feel like this space will allow students to get creative and coming up with new ideas, not only in group settings with professors and collaborating in the classroom, but also in the shared workspaces that the building has to offer, and to come up with ideas that not only better the community, but could better society at large.
Coming into Hope, I really never thought about vocation or discernment, and it's one of the first things I learned about in my Introduction to Business course, and that really opened up my eyes to the way that faith can play into my calling with what I do in my career path. Hope's unique that it has a Christian representation, aside from just looking at business and profit and ROI, but also coming at it from a faith and moral perspective, and that's really guided me.
The most transformative part of my time here at Hope was seeing something that, from an outside perspective, seems so secular, that seems voided of the Christian faith, and how to actually intersect the Christian faith to become more successful on a day-to-day basis, and how you treat your coworkers, how you respond to your superiors, how you work with your customers.
The professors create a safe environment for us to ask questions, not only in the business field, but also how can we implement that as Christians. And I think as a business student, we have such a cool opportunity to play an impact on so many different people's lives. And so because of that, it's really important that we can understand servant leadership. Being able to travel down to Atlanta, Georgia, to meet the professionals at Chick-fil-A headquarters and really hear about their personal experience with servant leadership and how they're able to live out those Christian values within the business world was really impactful for me. When we walked in, we saw a 20-foot statue of Jesus washing Peter's feet, and for me that really just reminded me how much faith and business should and can go hand in hand.
The economics and business department has impacted me to a whole new level that I didn't think it would. The first thing is growth, and not only in like the knowledge and the skills that it provided me, but also the faith aspect of it, the community aspect, the network aspect of it. The way the professors and the students in the economics and business department interact is just very personal. Coming into Hope, my faith wasn't the strongest. And after, 4 years later, it's as strong as it's ever been.
I feel like I would describe the business department attributes in terms of excellence, in terms of curriculum, but also their care and compassion for their students. And I feel like that comes through, and hopefully will come through as community members come into the business building and interact with students there, and get to see those relationships up front.
It is such an important time right now for receiving a college education, especially what Hope stands for and their mission to create an excellent but faithful student. And I think that's exactly what the world needs right now.
I'm personally grateful for the people in the community who are willing to extend their generosity to the Hope Business Department in making the building a possibility. This is something that has been dreamed about, and to be able to turn that into a reality is really exciting. And as a student who is going to be leaving, I can really reflect and say that knowing that there are people in our community who are willing to take a chance on us and to invest in our future and the future of a Christian institution who's prioritizing business makes me grateful and solidifies that I made the right choice coming to Hope. I chose Hope in the Business and Economics Department because I could sense the care that faculty and staff had for their students, and this building really just represents that it's not just Hope faculty and staff who care about our students, but it's also people out there in the community who are willing to invest in future generations.
The reality is that the college years, although short, are an incredibly pivotal time in a young person's life to figure out who they are, what they believe, and what God's calling them to do in their life. Our desire here at Hope is that every freshman that enters as a young 18-year-old, 17-year-old will leave as a senior knowing their true identity and worth is in the eyes of what God says about them as a child of God, as God's beloved, and as they are made in God's image, and that is beautiful and enough. That is what I love about the community of Hope, whether it's in the classroom, on the pitch, or on the court, in the dorm, or in chapel. They are learning that this is a faithful space, a welcoming space, and ultimately a space that is transforming them slowly but surely into what God is calling them to be.
Hi, my name is Olivia Bellows.
I'm Jalil Williams. My name is Connor Vachon.
Hi, I'm Grace Connolly.
Hi, my name is Cole Lumen.
I'm Nolan Holtrip.
Hey, I'm Gabby, and I'm a senior.
I'm a senior.
I'm a senior on the women's softball team.
I'm on the football team.
And I'm a senior on the men's hockey teams. I'm a senior at Hope College, and I coach men's basketball.
But I'm on the women's soccer team.
I'm a senior at Hope College, and I'm on the women's basketball team.
One of my biggest obstacles here at Hope College was my junior year. I was cut from men's basketball team, and it really shook up where I placed my identity and where I found my purpose.
I really struggled with the transition from high school to college.
Winter of my freshman year, I lost a loved one who was very close to me. I feel like this left me questioning God and feeling very lost. I wondered how he could possibly be present in a time that felt so terrible to me.
In my early years of being on the team, I struggled with letting my pride get in the way. And I soon realized that this needed to change because I wasn't talking to my coaches nicely and acting towards my teammates in a way that I shouldn't have.
Through God's word and his new calling for my life, I was given the gift of being able to coach basketball.
I realized right away how important it is to be in community, and that at the end of the day, people just want to be known, they want to belong, and they want to be loved.
I soon began to meet with a chaplain here at Hope and hang out with my Team 43 rep. They made me realize that I should love myself and that my identity is not based on athletic performance nor achievements, but the impact I have on others around me.
Through the power of a C trip and a lot of very influential people that I met at Hope, I've learned that God is very present in every single circumstance, situation, person, place, and thing that I encounter.
My experiences at Hope have given me a deeper understanding of what it means to be a servant leader.
My biggest takeaway from being a cross-country athlete here at Hope is learning to pursue Jesus with the attitude of an endurance athlete, where you need to be consistent, you need to work hard, you know it's going to have its ups and downs, but the payoff of what you get from putting in all that work is unmatched.
Something I would share to a younger freshman or sophomore who's upcoming in the program is you can use your sport, football, or any of you athletes can use your sport to proclaim your faith to everyone else and to express his goodness. Personally, on the football team, we got a Bible study, and then before every game, we'd all pray in the end zone as a team. Just through little things like that, it just shows everyone in attendance, opponents, teammates, that God's love is everywhere.
The greatest joy of being on the hockey team is the way we grow in our faith with each other and are a part of each other's stories.
I've learned that in every circumstance, I can have joy if my eyes are fixed on Christ. I've also learned too that relationships get so much better when you're real and you're genuine and you're honest and you're open with people.
When everything is very difficult and all the pressure is on, it's okay that it's hard, but just stick with it. Never give up. You'll get to the finish line eventually, and it doesn't matter when you get there.
At first, in my role as a student assistant, it was all about me. And when it was all about me, I failed miserably. It was hard, it was unenjoyable. But after seeking God further and again finding that purpose, I'm more fulfilled doing what I do now than any roster spot could ever fulfill me.
No matter what you struggle with, you're more than just your struggles. You're a child of God that can be used in many different ways that you might not understand at the moment.
I've come to understand that true joy does come from serving God and serving others. Proverbs 11:25 says, "The generous will prosper. Those who refresh others will be refreshed." I've learned that the answer I'm looking for cannot be found within myself. I can't be the problem and the solution. I know that when my eyes are fixed on Christ, He will use me to glorify His kingdom in ways that I could never imagine.
My name's Emma Duttmers, and I'm a communications major, and then I'm minoring in environmental studies. I play soccer. The first soccer game of my junior year, I tore my ACL. Our athletic trainer, Annie, was there for me right when it happened, and she was there for me literally every step of the way. That was definitely a huge growing opportunity for me, and it was really hard, but it really pushed me to be a leader with more of my voice because I couldn't lead by example on the field. It definitely made me take a step back and realize how much there's to be grateful for.
As an invested community partner, LVZ is proud to share hope stories of transformational impact.
Back here at DeVos, Matt Wader, Mike Coleman. Mike, how about that first half from Olivet? I mean, 55 points in the first half. We looked up, they have not had that many points in the first half all season. On track for 110 here in this game, and it was 8 3-pointers by them. I mean, that's a fantastic start.
Well, they've got 8 3-pointers, which matches their per-game average coming into this game, so that just shows you how they've spread that around. And we don't have the official stat tally, but we have enough numbers. But that has been a big part of it, but it's just been a whole comprehensive effort in the first 20. And I think, Matt, if you're Muskingum, you got to win the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, and I'm really curious what adjustments Coach Wally and staff made here. And as we'll see, is there's a block.
I think Skipper got a piece of that. Richardson in stride. Fast break for 2. Oh.
Just like that. But we'll see what kind of adjustments that they have them to make. So they're trying to create offense for themselves.
Boy, Hardy with a tip away of an Emig mid-range jumper, and Emig's been the lone bright spot for the Muskies with 15 in the first half. 3 straight in succession from three-point land. He's got 5 3-pointers. Good push up by Davis. He's got to get rolling for the Muskies. They can't win without him.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, Davis, very impressive. Only 6 so far, but you can see the offensive skill set. I mean, his speed and quickness is just really impressive.
And he can use both hands effectively. He's got 6. He had 4 officially in the first half. Skipper, Walker trying to do the best he can. Like Matt alluded to, Olivet completely taking advantage of the height. And that was a good defensive play by the Muskies, forcing a poor shot as Schenker airballs 1 from 25.
Schenker with an awesome first half for him. He had 8, but it felt like 15, didn't it, Mike?
It did. It really did. He was all over the place, hitting shots, playing good defense, trying to go for some steals. Now he greets Davis at the half-court line.
He's just such a good addition to what I thought was a really nice core last year. I mean, the Skipper Richardson freshman core, and then Hardy's game got a lot better, and then you see how Schenker just adds a really nice shooting element to a team that knew who they were already. And I think that's a recipe for, like we said, even at 2-7 at the beginning of the season, it's a recipe for a team that I think there's no reason they can't be 3rd or 4th in the MIAA again.
Well, to your point, they are favored 4th in the preseason poll behind Calvin, Trine, Hope, and Olivet in that 4th spot. But they lose 1 starter from last year's team. They bring back almost 90% of their offense. Like you said, Schenker's just been the plug-and-play ingredient for that starting 5. But they've got guys 2 off the bench. Stambaugh was impressive. Howard, they had some 3 balls. Okello bringing in some depth, not only in defense, but you've got to have some guys that can put the biscuit in the basket off the bench.
Yeah, I just think it goes to say, I mean, when you know who you are, that's like 90% of it at this level. If you have an identity and you can stick to it. Because you can see, I mean, Muskingum got challenged by who they were, and Olivet's just a really hard matchup for them, and when you shoot that well, that's going to be an issue.
Kello going for the long ball, circles a drain. Cleared by
DeVault, and now a foul on the other end as Olivet back quickly. I think that might go against Schenker, the freshman, and it is. And that'll be the third team foul for Olivet. 2 minutes into the second half as Stambaugh in, Schenker out. Good move by Sam Hargraves to protect his freshman for the later minutes. 57-35. We don't have the official numbers as far as shooting percentages. The stat system is down. Steele, Richardson with another takeaway. Using his body, misses a putback, and Richardson goes down hard. Fell off the shoulder of Davis, but he's all right.
Yeah, I don't know what Emig on the inbounds, what he was looking. He threw it right into the hands of Richardson. Cutting going the other way for transition bucket, but it's just not like Muskingum to not take care of the basketball as they have here today.
No, they're a team. They don't turn the ball over much. Now trying to come back, Emig in the corner. Greeted by Howard, who's in the game for Olivet. And it's going the other way. Good pressure. Boy, you get trapped in the corner like that. You got Okello and Howard with the 1-2 punch. And Muskingum coughs it up.
It's the physicality and it's the size. I mean, it's just really overwhelming them. They just haven't found a way to use their speed to their advantage much yet.
No, not yet, and they're a fast team. We saw a few transition baskets early on when Muskingum had a 1-point lead, 16-15, but the Comets, true to their nickname, they just have blasted through in this last 12, 13 minutes. You've got Roman Crosby at 6'5", trying to match up against Skipper right in front of us defensively. Full court pressure by the Muskies. Skipper, big finger curl off the window. Sweet kiss for the big man.
Big and comfortable, no hesitation, right through the defender.
Crossover. Towns, nice feed and finish. One of the good plays for the Muskies early on. Good look by Howard, by Towns, the sophomore for Muskingum, to find his big man Crosby. He's trying to make it an old school three. Crosby's first basket of the game, 59-37. Misses off the mark. Offensive rebound, though. Cleared nicely by Darden, the sophomore in the game. Another takeaway.
Those hands in the passing lane once again. And one. Richardson.
My goodness, that little skip pass by Stambaugh. I didn't think Richardson had enough space, and he leans one in, and he gets hammered.
They're just all over those passing lanes. Why does Muskingum keep doing that? They just keep going right into the same lanes every time. Okello, Skipper.
Yeah, those lanes have not bore fruit for the Muskies. Having one of their tougher games. 3-point play by Richardson. Cisse kicks it back out. Olivet playing some good defense as well. I don't know how many steals they have, but I bet it's flirting with the season high already. Step back, Towns, nice basket. Good stroke by the sophomore. Now playing tough in the backcourt, Davis with the reach in on Stambaugh. And Nathan Wally, the head coach in his 4th season of Muskingum, stating his case. That'll be on Davis, his team second.
Looked like a clean steal to me by Davis. I mean,
good physical play.
Ball didn't lie.
You don't see that too often. Howard with the inbound, and he stepped over the end line. He kind of got a wry smile on his face. I haven't seen that since the Eisenhower administration.
That's good old-fashioned ball doesn't lie.
That's right. You got to get rid of the basketball. Olivet with collapsing little man pressure, but they're collapsing interior. Banger off the window. Nice play by Cisse.
But it's fine, Mike. I mean, if you're Olivet, make them hit that shot. Make them hit it the rest of the game. I mean, if you're not giving an open 3 look, then that's fine. It's just an okay shot for you to give them.
I like Cisse's athleticism in that spot. It was a 10-footer. He hesitated just for a split second. I don't think that was his primary release, but he's able to get it off the window. As Kretschmann back in, Skipper out, Stambaugh checks out. And who's back in? Oh, we got the big man, Michael Kello.
That was coming off the Richardson turnover. He just didn't have the ball in his hands quite yet, and he's just moving too much.
Too fast for his feet. What a nice problem to have. You move too fast.
You ever have that problem?
Never.
Are you sure? Do you want to go to the Y with me and we can see who
we did suicides in basketball practice, if you know what that is, and it was always myself and Mike Jacobs to see who not would finish last. I was not fleet of foot. Double clutch, Howard. You look like you were pretty speedy.
I was not. I had lead for feet growing up. I was very sedentary. That's why I was a pitcher. You got to keep me on the mat. Don't get me in space.
Yeah, but you got to cover first base. Timeout on the court, media timeout. That means we have to take a timeout. It's in the rules, Matt, and I'll be right back on the Anchor Network.
My name is Travis Williams. I'm the CEO of the ODC Network. I graduated from Hope in 1998. I studied biology, and then I also played football. In order to be successful, people really need more than just the academic experience, but they need people to come alongside them and help them, coach them, mentor them. I find that Hope College has just been one of the best examples of being able to do that anywhere.
As an invested community partner, LVZ is proud to help share Hope stories of transformational impact.
Back at ball, 62-43 is the Olivet lead here. And with 15:51 to go here in the second half, Mike, I mean, it's been all Olivet, and just a credit to Coach Hargraves and this staff and what they've been able to accomplish. Because, I mean, they're shooting the ball so well. We still don't have those stats quite here for you, but, I mean, Mike, whether it's shooting, whether it's defense, I mean, all phases of the game right now, they've just been really effective.
They have. It's been a broken record in a good way for Olivet. Now, we said Muskingum has to win the first 5 minutes. They did. In essence, they outscored Olivet 9-7 to start the second half, but not enough to make a dent as they still trail by 19. They were down 23 at half. Floater, Towns, too strong. Hardy goes up strong. Okello, the two bigs, come down with a carom. Richardson greeted at the midcourt line by Towns, getting a lot of minutes in this second half. Boy, big Mike Okello. Muskies fans screaming for a travel, couldn't get it to bite. Rebound. Kick out. Towns, can he nail it? Yes, he can. Good stroke by the sophomore. He's got a couple long balls tonight.
Hey, they're only down 16. This game is not over.
Howard, he'll try it on the other end from three. Big clang of the rim as that one muscled out. That'll stay with the Comets. Stand ball back in. Good timing for Emig back in for Muskingum to get back with his three-point shooting as Davis takes a breather. And Darden back in as well for the Muskies. Olivet with plenty of shot clock. Hardy, ISO, inside, good footwork, rejected. Wow. Crosby.
That's a nice block.
With the no-no. Emig looking for space, but Richardson closes quickly.
Big possession here, Mike.
It is. It's a swing possession. Last couple baskets have been the courtesy of the Muskies. Inside 15 to go. A lot of time left. Cisse, good out. Emig, rainbow, bingo. Oh, sorry, that's Darden.
Yeah.
Nice ball by Darden.
13 points here, Mike. What did we see, as much as 24?
Yeah, 24 point, we believe, was the biggest lead of the day. Richardson banged, no call. Muskies picking things up inside to Okello, and he rolls one home. Feed the bigs down low, and that's what Olivet did. Cisse quickly on the other end, influenced by Hardy, and a reach in on a Muskie foul. Well, you kind of feel the momentum shift, but I think that basket by Okello, high percentage pound down, down low really helped.
Really good answer by Olivet, get it back to 15, but for them to kind of go back down to the well for an easy shot, maybe even look for a foul, I mean, that's what you need, especially when you had 2 turnovers in a row that turned a 20-point lead into 13, you know.
First time for Chance Allen, the freshman out of Bealsville, Ohio. Monroe Central High School gets his first action. You know, it was a good Muskingum team. They lost by 3 to number 12 Mount Union, so they have the pedigree. And they beat Carnegie Mellon in the first game of the year. Carnegie Mellon was ranked in the top 25, a UAA team, which is a great conference.
Yeah, we talked about that a little bit off air, but that in that UAA conference, if it's Washington, St. Louis, if it's Chicago, if it's Emory, if it's Carnegie Mellon, I mean, really good storied programs that have a lot of really good basketball. And I mean, we have to admit, it's quite a bit better than the MIAA or the OAC.
Agreed. There's 3 teams out of the UAA currently in the top 25, Chicago, Emory, and WashU, who we'll see in about an hour from now.
All 3 are in the top 10. I mean, they're 3 of the best teams in the country.
That's right, they are in the top 10. Nice basket by Hardy.
Good answer, get it back to 17. This is where your maturity comes in. I mean, this is where if you're a team that you can't give away that lead, but can you answer? I mean, this is what's going to tell the rest of the story of the season for Olivet is, can you maintain a lead and be able to do it when you're up, you know, at Trine at some point. You're going to be up at Trine, Hope, or Calvin at some point, and can you hold that lead?
Yeah. And I like to play the last 2 shots for Olivet were Hardy and O'Kello. They went to both their bigs, which is really nice. They didn't settle for a 3-point shot. Percentage basketball. 17-point lead, full court pressure now by the Muskies.
I mean, Richardson has 12, but it's felt like at times they've done a lot of this with bench production.
Yes, they have. And 3-ball bench production as well. You got O'Kello and Hardy coming off the bench, as well as Stambaugh and Howard. And Howard trying to make a move. He gets wrestled down to the low post. And that'll be on Dwayne Davis back in the game. We think Davis still only has 6 points, the leading scorer for the Muskies, coming in at 20.5. He's been 20 plus 6 times this year. Kello mid post. Stambaugh kick out on the double team. Good ball motion. Richardson wide open 3. That looks pretty halfway in the cone. And an offensive foul on the reach over by O'Kello.
Yeah, I saw that one too. Looked right to me. I mean, he just kind of tapped him there on his hand.
O'Kello, 8.5 points for Kalamazoo Valley CC his last year in basketball. Coming off the bench as well. Now he gets a breather. Howard out. Kretschmann back in. Skipper back in. This is a much deeper team in Olivet, Matt, that we assumed coming into this game tonight.
That's right, and really right here what I'm thinking about is just, can Muskingum find a way to get it to 10? Can they cut that lead to 10? I mean, it's not, can't have a 7-point shot, but you can do it in 3 possessions.
You got to eat the elephant. Emick for 3. He's looking for his first basket of the second half. He had 15 in the first 10 minutes, and on the rebound by Skipper, that's going to be a foul on Allen. Chance Allen, the freshman. They got a lot of players just like Hope College, 6'5", 6'6", swingmen. We'll see Hope later on too. They have a lot of 6'5", 6'6" players.
Yeah. Kind of similar,
back in.
You know, with the way that that guard play is, and for Hope, it's more, you know, Hovey is their top rebounder, has kind of been without a great big presence, and that's what you look ahead to when we're calling Hope Olivet. I mean, that's a tough matchup for them because of those bigs, and because Skipper's able to have the ball in his hands a lot. Hardy is comfortable, O'Kello's comfortable. When you have those 3 bigs, that's going to make things hard when they're not able to win the offensive glass.
Boy, speaking of bigs, we're going to see a WashU team that boasts 4 players 6'8". That is a big lineup. I saw Greg Mitchell, head coach for Hope College, practice before this game. They were talking about the WashU matchup with the guys, with the big guys down low. As Richardson hammered in the backcourt, he'll go to the line. 7 fouls already by the Muskies, and we still have over 12 minutes of basketball remaining, so Olivet in the bonus. Richardson fills it. I've got my stat sheet in front of me right now, and it's goose eggs. If you like zeros, it's the program is completely wiped out. We've had stat troubles on the laptop all game long. Everybody's down here. Not Olivet fans are up. Up by 19. Emick, yes.
Every shot that he shoots feels like it's going down.
And you know, he never hits rim. It's all net. Good shooters just have that great rotation.
Towns trying to muscle up Richardson. We got a foul. Good aggressive defense. Coach Wally for the Muskies stating the case for his team. It's going to be the 8th foul, and that will send Olivet to the line. 11:58 left. Take a timeout. We'll be back. 12 minutes remaining here at Hope. Olivet with the big lead on the Anchor Network.
Sports, like healthcare, requires commitment, teamwork, and excellence. That's why Hope College selected Holland Hospital and Shoreline Orthopedics to provide athletic training and physical therapy for all Hope College athletes. Get the care you deserve. Trust the team that exceeds expectations. The Holland Hospital and Shoreline Orthopedics Sports Medicine Collaborative.
11:58 remaining. He's Matt Wayner. I'm Mike Coleman. And Matt, you've got a Muskingum team that has outscored Olivet 20-13, which doesn't seem like much in this second frame, but I think you got a feeling that Muskingum still with enough time in a 16-point deficit to crawl back into this one.
Personally, I do. I mean, even though down 16, they were down 23 at half, but they're just cutting into that lead slowly but surely. And like I said, I mean, the ticket is if you can get it to 10 here, that's going to make a huge difference. I have a feeling with how poorly Muskingum has played in this game, they might just get bailed out by three-point shooting late. So I think there's hope if you're a Muskingum fan. I mean, they have the three-point shooting prowess. And it's going to be a matter, I mean, they're just going to have to do it by forcing a lot of turnovers, stealing the basketball, getting better looks on the other side.
Free throw missed by Richardson. As Muskingum in the white jerseys moving right to left. Towns, good give and go down low. Cisse, the most open man on the court, is the one who just released the basketball. Don't look now, it's a 14-point Olivet lead, and Muskingum has been issued a technical.
Yeah, I was looking over there. They wanted an and one, and I saw some of the players and the coach having some choice words with the referee there, so he didn't raise his voice. I think it might have been a player said something to him.
Looks like a warning. I don't think they called a foul.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was a warning. Richardson's going to the line on the inbound pass. He got sandwiched. Boy, the double bonus is not going to help the Muskies either.
Something to know, Mike, that's Jalen Barino is in street clothes now, so might have been something with that knee there since halftime. I realized he hasn't been out here since halftime.
That's right. He had the physio tape on his knee, and then he banged it up early in this first half.
So we hope he's okay, but he will not be in the rest of the game. Shanker steal
to Richardson. And speaking of, Barino brings 11 points per game to this Muskingum offense. He'll be sorely missed. Hardy with plenty to shoot, trying to double team. We got a travel call as Hardy trying to make a move on DeVault. It'll be a turnover, Comets. DeVault gets a breather. Crosby back in. Crosby's had some good minutes in this game off the bench.
Yeah, he really has. I like what he provides for size for them with an otherwise pretty short team, you know, and he brings that 6'5" frame, but he's also very agile and he knows where he needs to be on the court. So I really like what he can bring.
Crosby swings it over. Walker in the corner trying to feed inside. Good motion as Towns was able to find Crosby, and Towns facilitation.
Here they come, down 12. I just said get it to 10 with 10 to play, and you're in okay shape.
My goodness. 23-point lead by Olivet at halftime, and now O'Kello will check back in, as well as Howard. Trying to make it a three-point play is Crosby. Skipper and Kretschmann get some rest at the 11:06 mark. You're right. You kind of half your lead, halfway through the half, whichever one you're concerned about. Free throw is off the mark. Both teams are not shooting the free throw as well.
You can't do it all in one shot, right? So, I mean, you just make goals. You got to make goals at every 5-minute mark. And right now, I mean, Olivet just cannot seem to take care of the basketball.
Good fake by Cisse.
There it is. 10 points.
Points off turnovers.
It was 16 with 12:53 to play. Get it to 10.
Comets in flux at the moment. Good momentum by the Muskies. Look inside. Hardy up strong. And that was a tough move as Howard had to make a decision in midair in that lane, and Olivet connects. Foul inside. That'll be an Olivet foul.
You feel that momentum shift a little bit. Good answer there by Hardy. And what I was saying with Olivet, it's going to tell you a lot about how their season's going to go if they can remain mature. This is all you got to do with 10 minutes to play up 12. Take care of the basketball and find easy shots.
Yeah.
Every possession, find a good shot, take care of the basketball. You don't have to shoot 60% from the field, but you got to make a handful of them and you can win. But if you're going to turn the ball over, if you're going to give them easy looks, then Muskingum's not going to have a hard time getting back in this game.
And we've seen 3 times where Olivet relied on a down post move to get an easy look, and they were 3 for 3 in those instances. So that's just good vision.
Go back to the well, Mike. Get Okello back in the game. I mean, go back to that well. Down low for the kick out. Down low for an easy 2. I mean, that's what worked so well in the first half, was that offense running through your big.
Second free throw is good by Cisse, 70-60 Olivet. 10:20 left, Skipper back in the game. Richardson with Walker on him. This is a first matchup, and Walker with the pickpocket. Feed, streaking, missing the puppy. Muskies had the numbers, and falling on his backside and calling a smart timeout is Howard for Olivet. Let's keep it right here, Matthew. Boy, you had a chance to get it within
8 there.
Within 8, and Walker did everything right with the steal. They just couldn't hit the puppy.
You can feel the momentum. You can feel the belief rising up, and Olivet just not able to take care of the basketball right now. I mean, that's been the story for them here in these last few minutes. And I thought it there in the first half when they were shooting so well, but that's what the maturity is. The maturity is being able to hold on to that basketball and just getting the ball stolen from them at the top of the key. I mean, some of those things are just unacceptable.
That was a nice one-on-one play by Walker defensively for the Muskies to steal away from Richardson, who's a great ball handler. Examples like that. Richardson's a junior. He's got to protect the basketball. He's their team leader. Well, coming up in the nightcap, Matt and I will have the second game of this broadcast doubleheader. Number 4 in the nation, Washington University of St. Louis. The Bears, the Polar Bears.
Yeah, a lot to say about that team, and we were just talking about them in the UAA. Number 4 team in the country, and I believe they're 8-1 so far this year, and just a fantastic team, as well as a history program. I mean, I found myself with, you know, a few hours to spare on the new year, and I was looking at.
What's that feel like?
I was looking at Wash U history. I mean, a team that's made the national tournament 18 of the last 25 seasons.
Is that right? I knew they made the last 5, but you know, they won those back-to-back titles in 2008, 2009, and that 2008 run came courtesy of Hope College in the second round. And Muskingum, with a fine defensive play, forces a turnover. And how about that? J. Allen Barino, the freshman who's out with a knee injury, one of the biggest leaps off the bench for Muskingum. As Kretschmann back in, and Richardson will check out at the 10:04 mark.
Richardson just needs a little mental check right now.
Yep.
He's had 3 turnovers in the last minute. He just needs to be able to carry himself right now. He is the straw that stirs things for Olivet, so they need him to get his mind right.
Agreed. You know, the Muskies at times have played good defense this year. They give up 74 a game, but they have played with spirit the last couple of minutes, and the answer, no good, and a strong box out on the weak side by Kretschmann. Stifles a rally.
He does the little things really well. That's why he plays so many minutes. I mean, he's 28 minutes a game because you have to have him in there because he just does everything the right way.
Too strong on the release. Howard goes sailing into a Hope fan on the near side. That's another Muskies foul. I didn't catch who that was. That was a third foul. I believe that is on Darden. It is on Terrell Darden. Towns looking to check back in. Phil Towns, the sophomore guard for Muskingum. Has played a nice game off the bench. Free throw's good. Hit a couple baskets, passed well.
I like Towns' game. I mean, a lot of those guards that they have, it's almost like they just have this plethora of the same kind of player. You know, a 6 foot to 6'4" guard that's really quick, that likes to have the ball in their hands, and that's why I think Emig has done so much. Is he's really good at catch and shoot shots.
Yes.
He's not creating a ton of shots, but they just have so many of a similar kind of player. They have Cisse, they have Davis, they have Marino, and they have Towns that all kind of do the same thing. They all want the ball. They all want to be able to drive and kick. So, you know, with that, now a 13-point lead by Olivet, I just see that as a thing that's making it hard for them to challenge a team that has so much size.
Well, 9:30 left. We do not have stats. We apologize for that. And I guess I never realized how much I rely on the numbers, Matt Weiner. I really enjoy that. But it was a plethora of threes. If you just joined us, Olivet had 8 3 balls in the first half. It matches their season average per game. And Muskingum just couldn't find an answer as they trailed 23 points by halftime. But they've been able to battle their way back in. But Matt, my point being, you know, it takes a lot of energy to come back from a big deficit. Do you have enough in the tank after you even things up to finish things off?
Yeah, I think so. And I mean, at that point, you're just relying on the momentum. I mean, it's a game of runs. It started with Olivet being a team that had nothing to lose. We're 2-7. You're 10-1. You know, you don't think that we deserve to be on the same court. They come out guns a-blazing. And now it's the opposite. Now it's Muskingum feeling like, hey, we don't have anything to lose. And, you know, they would traditionally be the more talented offensive team. That's why, I mean, you got to look at it from the standpoint of, for Olivet, it's just taking care of the basketball and getting stops.
Right. That's really been their only bugaboo in the second half. Not shooting as well, but they're also turning the ball over. Emig, skip pass, down low to Cisse, trying to manufacture. Working on Hardy. Floater, no. Rebound Hardy. Good look short. Quickly come the Comets. Boy, they burst down the court. It's a team that averages 73 a game. They give up 78. They cough it up once again. Boy, that'll drive coaches crazy. Good thing Sam Hargraves wears his hair short. Is a 3 ball by Towns. That is a 3 ball. That makes it a 10-point game, and Richardson back in for Olivet. Boy, if you're an Olivet fan, the clock is moving way too slow for its own good.
Yeah, especially when, I mean, they just don't have the same rhythm as they had in the first half.
No.
They're not playing as loose, not playing as aggressive. They're just kind of slowing things down. And that's not what was a recipe for success in the first half. So it's not a style of play that they're as comfortable with, given they haven't had the lead in many games so far this year.
I like how Muskingum is double trapping in the backcourt on the guards, just kind of disrupting the flow. There you see another double team. Getting space in the lane, good look. Hardy trying to clean up the mess. Kick out. Skipper circles out. Second effort does not bear fruit. Quickly on the other end. Crosby side up, stolen by Schenker. Briefly having the numbers, and now the freshman will back it up. Skipper, Euro step, he'll go to the line. Reach in on a Muskie. It's going to be on Crosby. 7:57, timeout on the court. Matthew, let's take a break. We'll be right back on the Anchor Network.
Hope students are challenged to dig deeper. They're challenged to find their calling and shape their future. They're taught to empower their talents, chase their dreams, and encouraged to make a difference. The Hope student body is ready to change the world.
Cancer, we're coming for you. Parkinson's, your days are numbered. Alzheimer's, we're zeroed in on you too. Because at Van Andel Institute, the world's best minds are working relentlessly to eradicate these diseases forever. By advancing the boldest innovations, achieving breakthroughs, and transforming lives. Because the most powerful way to fight diseases, never stop fighting. Van Andel Institute, Innovation unleashed.
Back here at DeVos, 73-63. Olivet leads Matt Wayne or Mike Coleman on this one. And Mike, that was the prediction I said. You know, what did we say? We said a Skiles Pizza says the Muskies win is what I just told you at the break. But I just like what Muskingum has been able to do. It's almost like they play better when they're down because they're a little bit more free and loose. The first half they played so tight. They looked uncertain. They got challenged by Olivet. And
they were out-energized in the first half.
Absolutely. And now it's an Olivet team that, I mean, they're not used to being up. And when you're asking them to just slow things down and take care of the basketball, it's not something that they traditionally have done well.
Olivet played Findlay this past week, a Division II game exhibition. They lost 92-70 as Skipper makes a free throw, but then they lost to Rose-Hulman 85-81 in their last official game on the 23rd. They missed 7 of their last 9 field goal attempts as they had the lead. They were up 5 with 4 left, but Skipper does his job. Not a lot of points tonight for Connor Skipper, the local product from right up the road here at Zeeland East High School. We'll give him 6, but 2 big free throws increases the lead to 12. 7:45 on the clock and winding. Richardson greets Davis. Davis with just 6 points in this game from Muskingum. He averages 20. Towns. No, put back Davis. No, it'll stay with Muskingum with 2 to shoot. So what do you drop, Coach Wayner? You got 2 seconds to pull the trigger.
Down 12, I'm going to do a backdoor cut, try to get out to that left wing for a 3-point try.
I think Muskingum was going to call a timeout or a substitution, but we're not quite sure. I guess it will be a timeout. Let's keep it right here, Matt. So looking at the numbers on the big board, Emig for Muskingum leads all scorers with 18 points. Nathan Richardson with 14 for Olivet. And nice effort by Sam Howard. The sophomore has 12 points off the bench for Olivet. He's been one of the bright spots of that Comet bench.
On the other side there, I mean, that's Emig there, 18, and Towns is adding 10 in off the bench. And Towns been really successful. I mean, for him, he's just seemed a lot more comfortable, it seemed like, you know, being able to provide a little bit of leadership and be able to provide a little bit more on the offensive side of just like being able to control the tempo, control the ball. And I think they've needed him because Barino's been out.
By the way, Howard averaging 2 points a game for Olivet, season high 12 points in this game. Well, these teams will go at it tomorrow. I'm trying to remember the schedule. Tomorrow we got the 12 o'clock game. We've got Olivet taking on Wash U. That's the 12 o'clock game. And then, Matt, you have the call at 2 o'clock for Hope College taking on Muskingum. And then you are the voice of Hope College women's basketball. You're the play-by-play, and you've got Hope women in action in the 4 o'clock game in the rivalry. Tell us about that.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, really busy weekend here at DeVos. We got the 2 games tonight, 3 games here tomorrow. So we'll have all hands on deck to help out with this weekend. You'll be on that 12 o'clock game. I'll be joined by Lucas Shelton for the 2 and the 4. That 4 o'clock game, of course, the headliner, the Hope College-Calvin College rivalry, and it's been very even. Hope is actually down in the series all time, 68-72 compared to Calvin on the women's side of things. And that will be a really exciting matchup. This Hope women's team has played awesome so far this year. Just 1 loss. Calvin 7-4. They're still pretty good, and we know that that's going to be a great game. We hope, you know, even with the kids being on break, we hope they come back a day early so that they can fill out that student section.
That would be nice. Hope and Calvin favored 1st and 2nd in the preseason poll. Calvin struggled early. They were without their leading scorer, Anna Fernandez, for a couple games. They've righted the ship. At the buzzer, Emig goes down, can't get it to bite. Towns goes down as well. Olivet with numbers. But
you said, Coach Wayner, what would you draw up? That's what I would draw up. That's exactly what I thought.
He had a decent look. Howard having himself a career day. T-Rexed it. Short-armed it. Emig the other way, trying to draw. Traffic dances off the front. Down by 12, every shot counts. Foul on the big man, Connor Skipper. Holland, Michigan, well, we said 6'9". He's actually 6'10" on the roster.
Yeah, local product. I love his game. I mean, it's it's so nice to be that big and that able to be comfortable with the basketball in your hands. I mean, moving off the ball, trying to create stuff for your teammates, but he uses his body really well. He's got really good dexterity with his hands.
He does.
When he catches the ball, he has finesse off the rim, and he can hit the three-pointer. He doesn't take too many of them. He takes 2 or 3 a game, but he shoots 40%.
Yeah, he shoots really well. Well, you see Jalen Overway from Calvin. He's a 6'11" big man. He shoots a pretty good 3-ball too. But you don't see too many guys in D3 6'10" or taller, so he's an anomaly.
And typically, I mean, at D3, if you have that kind of size, you have Division I size at 6'10", typically are missing one of those skills. And for him to be at this level, he's just maybe a little bit less mobile than a lot of your D1 bigs, but he's comfortable. I mean, it's awesome to have that skill set here at this level.
Yeah, he's been fun to watch. Foul on Brett DeVault. DeVault, the Dover, Ohio product. And you look at the foul situation, both teams in the bonus, but now Olivet with the advantage of the double bonus due to the Muskies' 10 fouls will go to the line twice as Sean Schenker. 8 points tonight. That one dribbles off. Do not have the free throw numbers, but these are vital. Olivet's got to make the free throws. They got to keep control of the basketball and not rush shots into the shot clock. That one circles a drain. Schenker normally a good free throw shooter.
This game just kind of dwindling down as time's going, and Olivet is just letting Muskingum hang around.
Have not been able to put the dagger in yet. Corner pocket, 3-ball, too strong. Richardson out muscled by DeVault. The putback, no! Skipper clears a mess. Muskies had their chances.
Muskies got away. I thought that was definitely a foul on DeVault, trying to sky for that rebound over Richardson.
Richardson trying to will his way in. Out to Skipper, the 3. Skirts off. That'll go way of Muskingum as Crosby back in and DeVault checks out.
Olivet's offense just completely kind of fallen off the map here as of late.
Yep, he's got one tire in the ditch at the moment. Still up by 11. The clock at 6:20 and counting.
No, we don't have the stats. They've only scored 20 points in the second half.
After 55 in that first frame. Playing the man defense. Long-range 3-ball on the way. Off the back iron, rebound Skipper. 2 big rebounds on the last 2 possessions for the Muskies. Come away empty. Inside 6. Skipper comes out high for a potential Schenker screen. Davis trying not to foul and force Schenker to the outside. Shot clock at 7. Schenker having trouble in the backcourt. Feet inside. Okello, the quick release.
And they took the whole shot clock and got away with that.
Wow, saving the bacon. Okello with just a little 4-foot heave at the shot clock buzzer. Inside to Crosby. Tied up. Out deep. Walker with the rainbow. Too short. Kretschmann with a big pull down.
Is that Crosby? The Crosby from Stills and Nash? Is that the same one or not?
Not quite. And the other end is Richardson. CSNY. He was my favorite of that foursome, by the way.
Crosby was?
Yeah, David. We lost him during the COVID years. If you're a guitar player, you had to have loved his chord arrangement, but that's for another time.
I just knew that from going on road trips with my dad. That's the first thing he'd put on.
See? Old school, baby. So Muskies have come away empty 4 straight times, and I think that was their best chance.
You're right, and their opportunity really, Mike, to me was 10 minutes to go. They got it to 10, and they just couldn't put the gas down. Olivet has left this door open, just cracked. They just left it cracked. They've been like, go ahead, come steal it from us. And now we got the opportunity to put it away.
Weak side putback by Kretschmann on the 3-ball miss. Johnny on the spot. Just like that, back-to-back baskets.
Now, Mike. I mean, with 4:17 to go, I saw this going a different way where Muskingum could have really put their foot on the gas, but instead, I mean, hats off to Olivet starting to put this one away.
Man, we'll see Olivet in due time. By the way, this is the first time these programs have ever faced each other.
And to be honest with you, you know, if you cover D3 basketball and pay attention to this sort of thing. I had Muskingum on our radar because they started off so fast.
Right.
I knew they struggled in the OAC and found out they were in the Glen Van Wieren Classic. I was pretty excited to see them. And they've got some good athletes on this team.
Yeah, I mean, the future is really bright for them. You said 4 years ago it's a program with, was it one win? One win in a given season. And for what Coach Wally has done, the future is bright. They definitely have an opportunity to win that OAC. I mean, Mount Union is a very good basketball program, but they're going to have an opportunity, especially to have another game against Mount Union, as well as taking control of that conference and try to backdoor their way into the NCAA tournament. So Hope is going to have a chance to see this Olivet team, and I got to tell you, as a Hope grad, I'm not excited to see that team later on this season.
Agreed, and Hope will have its hands full with the Muskies tomorrow as well. By the way, Muskingum coming off its best, or its first winning season since 2016-17 when they went 14-13. They were 14-13 last year, and a good conference finish at 11-7. They're favored fourth in the OAC this year. Down 17 though, they need some baskets and they need it quick. Emig with 15 first half baskets. He's got 19 to lead everyone. Feet inside, intercepted.
Great hands.
Baseball pass down to Richardson. Followed through Kretschmann on the miss. Got caught in midair. A little smile from Richardson.
I don't mind them going up for it, but after you couldn't get that, could you?
Yeah, you kick it out.
Start to bring it out. And
yeah, momentum takes over, and Towns drops down the huge arcer.
Because it's still, I mean, at 14, it's not over if you don't take care of the ball.
Right, and Muskingum still playing very strong defense, trying to get any takeaway. Reach around tip in by Cisse, trying to dislodge the basketball. Richardson in the backcourt. He is getting absolutely pummeled. Good open look. Kretschmann sells a fake corner. Might have been rejected a little bit. We've got a new player in from Muskingum, and that is Rob Oster. We haven't seen him since the first half.
And Mike, to comment on Richardson, there's so many things I really like about his game. The way he's able to drive the ball to the basket. He can create a shot. He can make a lot of shots in the mid-range. The one thing I'd love to see him get better at is his ball handling at half court. When he gets challenged by a defender on ball in one-on-one situations, he's been giving up the basketball.
Little stressed, yes.
Yeah.
By
gets
the way,
stressed easily with the basketball, gets it stolen from him, and he kind of gets his head down. You can see him get frustrated, and you love to see him keep his eyes up a little bit better.
You got 3 on the ball in the backcourt. Somebody's got to be open if you're Olivet, and Kretschmann with a finish, so they finally find it down low. That was good vision by Schenker in that situation.
And another nice possession. They took the entirety of the shot clock there, and that's what you need, especially when this team's going to start chucking up threes.
Emig, NBA triple, too strong. And that might be the balloon running out of air for the Muskies.
This is a fantastic win for Olivet. I mean, as they're wrapping this one up, and they're gonna find their way to a handsome win. And Mike, now improving to 3-7. How about this Olivet team and what Sam Hargraves is starting to build? And I just can't say enough. When you know what your identity is, it helps so much to be able to go into a game and challenge a team that might have more talented guards than you, but you know who you are. And, and they shot fantastic. And to put up 85 in this game is really impressive.
Agreed. We talked about Muskingum's numbers defensively, not too shabby, but the season high for Olivet was 96 points and a 4-point loss to John Carroll. And that was at home in Olivet. They scored 82 at Carthage, 81 in the loss to Rules Holman last game. So this is their second highest effort of the year. So $1:36 remaining. About 30 minutes after the end of this game, we will have the second broadcast, number 4, Wash U, the Bears out of St. Louis, Missouri. Had a chance to call in a few games there a few years ago. Hope lost in the second round, the first round against Wheaton when Washington U hosted. But we'll see the Bears' first visit since 2017.
I know you and I were texting about that game earlier today, and with Casey Rutledge, you know, our other broadcast partner here on the Anchor Network. And I was a student at the time, Casey was a student at the time, and we were there in the Duke crew watching, but that was such a fun Hope team to watch, that 2016-17 team. It was Harrison Blackledge and Dante Hawkins, Cody Stivey, Keith Brushweiler, and I'm sure we'll get to talk more about, you know, that game and the way that those teams have faced each other in the past. But hats off to WashU. That was a big win by Hope, but then Hope turns around and gets the loss to Hanover the next game. But that was a different Matt Wayner back then. I mean, different than the one that's wearing the headset here today.
We'll have to probe deeper into that in the second broadcast. Get in the mind of Matt Wayner. My thought escaped me. I'll think about it in the next broadcast. But Hope comes in at 5-4 in the second game, and WashU at 8-1. Both teams, Matthew, coming off losses. WashU lost a 2-pointer to Illinois Wesleyan, who at one time was in the top 25. And Matt, you called that Wisconsin-Whitewater Hope game where Whitewater won it at the buzzer. We'll get to that in the second broadcast as the free throw goes down by Cisse. Give him 10.
Yeah, what do you know is we get a bunch of subs in here right now, and Olivet as well for their first time in the ball game. But
we'll see if we can do our best to get some numbers for the Comets. Number 2, Trey Kolakovic. We've got number 10, Jamar Moti. And who else we have? Number 32, that's Logan Walton, senior out of Almont. Number 5, that is Damian Hicks, the senior out of University Prep Art and Design. And for Muskingum, we've got Reed Kokonis, the junior out of Somerset, Ohio. And number 12 checks in. That's Logan Stotzer, the senior out of Zorville, Ohio. One of the few seniors on this team. So this is a young Muskies team, Matt. Next couple years look really good for Nathan Wally. Number 13, Tanner Holbert, the junior out of Circleville, Ohio. So a lot of Ohio lads on this.
Yeah, it's a roster full.
Muskingum
Everybody's
team
from Ohio on that team.
Yeah, Muskingum is in kind of south central Ohio, maybe leaning a little bit towards the east. It's been a hot minute since I've been down there. Long range 3 ball on the way. Good look short. The bench wanted that. Hicks with a nice save.
Nice hustle play there.
Sure was. Holbert controls the rebound. Gives it over to Kokonis. Chance Allen, kick out. Triple tries. Stotzer, no. Olivet in control with 46.7 seconds remaining and up 85-69.
So after this game, Mike, we'll have 30 minutes and then we'll start that Hope College WashU. If you're on this broadcast, you will need to hop over. There's a second stream there on the Hope Athletics Anchor Network YouTube channel. So hop over to that other stream when we're done here, and we'll get going in some pregame about 5 minutes before that one.
I want to thank all the Olivet and Muskingum fans checking in today on Hope's Anchor Network. Proud to give you this broadcast tonight and tomorrow. We'll have a 12 o'clock and a 2 o'clock game. Inside a minute left. Muskingum's going to drop to 10-2 overall, and Olivet is going to snap a 5-game skid. They move to 3-7.
Can't say enough about how massive a win this is for Olivet's resume as they head into conference play. I mean, obviously tomorrow they're going to be very challenged by number 4 team in the country, WashU.
Agreed. It's going to be a tough matchup. As Caden Niederquill, the junior for Olivet, picks up the basket on the other end, and Muskingum comes away empty. Boy, how about that? You finish up here and you got a 12 o'clock game against number 4 team in the nation. That's tournament basketball for you.
Yeah, absolutely. And here in the Glenn Van Wieren Classic, but a great test for them tomorrow as well against one of the best programs in the country in WashU, and for them to be able to kind of see the things that they're trying to get better at as they head into MIAA play. Really, they're not thinking about getting 4th, as I talked about, Mike. They're thinking about winning the whole thing.
Yeah, they are. And it's going to be interesting time. So both these teams have action tomorrow, and then they get back. Muskingum gets back into conference play where they're 3-1. So that's been a good start with them in conference, and Olivet will worry about that next week as the players and coaches shake hands.
So we're going to have 20 minutes on the clock here at DeVos. So hop over to that other stream, and we'll see you over there in a few minutes for the prep of Hope College taking on Wash U here on the Anchor Network.